My name is Lisa Junker, and I received my care at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital. I was reading an article on Vox.com. A reporter who works for Vox had donated a kidney as a non-directed donor and wrote about that experience and what it was like. And I was aware that people could donate kidneys. There's a history of diabetes in my family, but I didn't know that you could donate a kidney in that way. And I definitely had never heard of the possibility of chain donation, the way that they can now match non-directed donors and people who are waiting for donations and actually enable multiple donations from that original donation. So I reached out to a nonprofit that helps people find hospitals that do non-directed kidney donation. And the hospital closest to me was MedStar Georgetown University Hospital. They reached out to me right away and brought me in for an initial consultation and evaluation, and we went from there. And the more I read about it, the more clear it was that for folks who are in a situation where they have kidney disease, the outcomes for them are going to be so much better if they receive a living kidney. The outcomes for them are going to be so much better if they aren't on dialysis at all or for an extended period of time. And I think a lot of people aren't aware of how debilitating dialysis is to an individual and just to the ability to live a life. You're tied to the location of your dialysis center. You can't really travel. It's difficult to work. And so my ability to do, honestly, a relatively minor thing, it wasn't going to have a major impact on my life moving forward. They could potentially mean that more than one person would no longer be chained down to dialysis 3 times a week and could live longer and enjoy their family and their friends longer. Just seemed like a no-brainer to me. I didn't have any concerns about entering a paired exchange. They did, part of the evaluation process is meeting with a social worker, and they talk to you about the implications of donating. So, it's amazing to me what living donation can do for such a large group of people, and honestly, even though it sounds scary, it's really, you have 2 kidneys and it has physically impacted me not at all. It's amazing to me what an impact you can have with relatively minor inconvenience to yourself. I received my care at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital. It's a teaching hospital, and so it was really great to see and work with a number of the younger physicians, the residents and physicians in training. Everybody couldn't have been kinder through the process. Up to my surgery, I worked with Dr. Verbasi, who really did a wonderful job of making everything clear to me, what I could expect, what it would be like. I continued to work with her for 2 years of follow-up after the fact, and she was just wonderful throughout the process.
Many people are eligible to become a living donor, even sometimes those that might not think they can. Our only requirement is that you're over the age of 18. We don't have an end age, because if you're extremely healthy, even if you're in your 70s, sometimes you can donate. And then we have people come in, they come through a very, very thorough workup when they're here, and our goal is to try to make sure that we don't see any reason that they're at increased risk for kidney disease in the future.
I work in journal publishing. I work at the Infectious Diseases Society of America, and so during some of those webinars, the doctors cited papers from our journals, and I was particularly excited to see that they were citing the very best research they could have in infectious diseases, and so that was just a personal highlight for me. In the grand scheme of things, a couple of weeks is nothing when you think about the years of life that somebody can have because of that. And I think it's, particularly now that they have these sort of sophisticated systems set up to allow chain donation, you can potentially enable multiple donations, again, with a couple of weeks of discomfort. And I think it is so worth it. And the amount of support that you'll get from everybody involved in your care team, makes it as easy as it could possibly be. So I would recommend it to anybody who's considering it.